Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday night. That means it is time for another episode of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is my good boy, Drew. Mookie, how you feeling tonight, man?
I'll know in a couple seconds here when this thing is done finalizing my results, but feeling good, feeling fresh. How are you?
You took the shit. Wait, hang on. Let's set the stage. All right, set the stage. We talked about this last week. I told Mookie he had to get a breathalyzer, and we're going to check him throughout the show as he starts messing up and screwing things up. We want to check and see where his BAC is. He's doing a reading now to get a baseline. Mookie, what is the baseline reading of your breathalyzer?
It is, I guessed it was 0.04. It is 0.064.
Okay, all right. So you're a little.
According to this, I'll be sober by 18 minutes past midnight. He said at 8:03 p.m.
Well, I can't wait for this. This is gonna go swimmingly tonight. Aiden, the intern, hanging out with us. Aiden, how you doing, man?
I'm a little bit sadder than I was last week because I proclaimed that the Braves were going to become over 500 for the first time all year, and then they proceeded to lose 4 games in a row. So a little bit sad, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Happy to be here as always.
Meanwhile, the Reds went the opposite way, man. We're 4 games over 500 right now, 2.5 out of first place.
Wow.
Feeling good over here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I bet.
We got a series next weekend, man. I think it's Braves-Reds next weekend here in Cincinnati. So,
easy wins for you guys.
Start thinking of bets because we're gonna punish you for the Braves losing.
Man.
Scott is out tonight, but joining us is a good friend of mine, good friend of the show. Super happy to have him here, Anthony Tank Mansfield. Tank, what's going on, buddy?
What's up? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? Stoked to be here.
I'm so pumped to see you, man. I am so excited. I haven't seen Tank. I think the last time I saw you, man, was when I went up to Yellow Springs and I brought you back some of their beers. And that was like the last. It was like August of last year was the last time I've seen you.
I think so, man. Yeah, I still have that can hanging on my shelf over here. So thanks a lot for doing that. The first time I could ever get a hold of Double Boat Show. So you're the man. Thank you.
I do what I can. Tank is going to be hanging out, filling in for Scott. We'll talk to Tank here. He's got a podcast that he started recently. What are you into? And also live art. You got live art coming back, man. I'm so stoked. I saw you posted about 6-bomb boards coming back like next week, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, man. In a few weeks, we're going to be back. My neighborhood brewery, High Grain down the street, has been cool enough to let us work out there. So we're going to be on the back dock doing 6-bomb boards live, man. So every beer that's on the tap list, artists come, you pick one, and you got to draw it on the board.
Dude, that's amazing. I'm super pumped about that, dude. Glad to see you. Glad to see art coming back here in Cincinnati now that the world is healing and getting back to normal. We got an awesome show for you guys tonight. Lots to get to tonight.
Wait. So now that you're done pimping all Tank shit, because people need to know about him, we're allowed to talk, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because I was today years old when I learned that me and Tank apparently are just acquaintances, according to Sherm. Now, I'll be honest, never met the dude in person that I remember, but he's a very nice guy. He's done great work for this show and love hanging out with him. I would consider us at least social media friends, maybe not, but Mike right there out there with my friend and my friend only.
I like how you put remembered in there, so it covered you if you did black out and meet me once. You're like,
Bingo.
I don't really remember if you did or not, but maybe.
It's in the realm of possibility, so it could have happened.
Yeah,
we might have been in the same city at one time together. Totally possible.
Shit.
But yeah, no, definitely a friend. Big fan of craft brewed sports. You guys got a cool thing going. So yeah, definitely friends. Friend with the entire show. All the
I
show.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just want to really make sure
Friend of
that
the
Sherm
show.
feels like a dick for that intro. So
I don't feel
Scott's
like a
not
dick.
here, so I've got to double down.
I don't feel like a dick one bit, Drew.
Well, good thing I got 90 more minutes to make up on that.
Tank actually was the one who did the logo for the show. He made the Craft Brewed Sports logo. And we were talking this week, Tank. We made the switch. We're going straight up YouTube. We're not streaming to Facebook or Twitter anymore. We're putting all our eggs in our basket.
Yes.
In YouTube celebrities. We want to be like Logan and Jake Paul. So this is the first step to that. And if this doesn't work out, then it's OnlyFans. That's the next step. So we need to know from you,
Yes.
Can you change the logo up if we have to go OnlyFans? Can you just change the instead of a beer glass, it's just a dick, still holding all the same things, but just like a mushroom shape as the head?
I got you. No problem. We can totally get a flexing dick for the show. And yeah, man. And if you guys go the Jake Logan Paul route, who y'all fighting? Like, who you gonna try to scrap with?
We've got to set this up. Like, I would probably fight like Bob Saget. I think that's my first fight if I go that route. I'm fighting Bob Saget. Maybe I'll do. I guess I got to work my way up to Bob Saget. Let's go Dave Coulier first, and then Uncle Jesse. We'll do John Stamos, and then Bob Saget. I think that's the route you got to take, right? Is that the way to go, Drew?
I mean, that's all fine and good for you, but I don't know why. But when he first asked that, the first name to jump to my brain, and I cannot think of the last time I thought of this dude at all, was Carlos Mencia. I was like, I will fight that motherfucker right now. I don't know why, but like that was the guy that like apparently I want to get, between the ropes because I think I can beat him. And I got to be honest, I candidly hated all of his stuff when he was semi-relevant. And, good for him. He cashed in on it, but Mind Him and See was just absolute garbage trash. And let's do it, man.
Yeah, they tried to spin it like they're like, oh, it's gonna be the second coming of the Chappelle Show. It was not. It was far.
No, not even close. Not even close. And if we're throwing out a couple here, because I think Sherm gave a good 2. I would like to change that up and I'd fight Tom Wilson.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like we are both the same kind of strong-chinned douchebag assholes that would go toe-to-toe well. The question is this like on the ice kind of situation or drunken back alley situation?
Both.
Are we talking ECHL or NHL?
You get a home and home with Tom Wilson. You fight him on the ice one time, and then you fight him back alley the second time.
That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like that would sell a lot of views.
Tom Wilson is 6'4", 220. How confident are you in yourself?
Yeah, I was 064 to start this show. I'm feeling pretty confident, son.
I love that your baseline for the show is already nearly legally unable to drive, Drew. That's amazing.
I mean, I don't have to go anywhere anymore. It's great. Like, I work from home. We got enough space. Like, yeah, who needs to drive?
Let's talk about these beers. Let us know in the comments what you're drinking. We don't have a rating scale, so let's do what we do best and just make one up on the fly. I'll hand it over to Drew. Drew, tell us what you're drinking. Give us the rating scale and rate your beer on that rating scale.
All right. So rating scale is going to be Euro 2020. And I'm not going to say any more than that, but Euro 2020, as you guys know of it and have watched it. So I'm rocking the England jersey now just so we could bring it up. I will be ripping this off shortly and repping my actual country because we've had, shockingly enough, soccer success recently. Go fucking figure. So that'll be our rating scale. Euro 2020 and your take on the tournament so far. Tonight, I'm drinking, again, a beer that's just named for exactly what it is. Blackberry Lemon Bar Sour.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's delicious so far. It comes from Loveland Aleworks out in, not Carlos Mencia, but in Loveland, Colorado. 6.6 ABV, 4.04 caps and Untapped, and I can see why. This thing is crisp. This thing is refreshing. This thing is what we've needed this entire time. And on a Euro 2020 scale, I'm going to go ahead and say it was the shockingly enough, British win over Croatia, which they desperately needed after they went down in the last World Cup to them. They've got a lot of talent. They've had some guys with some rust. They've had some people come off of injury after trying to power through the end of that EPL season. And they had a decent showing. Not a good showing, but a decent showing. And they actually don't have to leave home soil until the final of the entire tournament if things go well. So coming in as a favorite, having a quick win like that, breath of fresh air, you're starting to lean into summer, things are feeling good, they're looking up, and so that's why the Blackberry Lemon Bar Sour is the England of Euro 2020.
All right, good analysis, Drew. Aiden, what do you got in your mug and rate it on the Euro 2020 scale?
I love being the first person that goes after he comes up with the scale because, not great at thinking on my feet, but I'll do my best. You just love putting me in the fire like that. It's cool.
I feel like you said that exact thing last week too, though. And
I did.
You're doing well. It's becoming a thing.
Like putting me right here, just learning of it 10 seconds ago, but it's all right. I'm drinking Summer Bliss by New Belgium Brewing Company. It's exactly what you'd think by the name. It's a great beer if you're like sitting by a pool, great summer beer. It's a tropical wheat. It has, hold on, I did my research, 3.76 on Untapped. It's super good so far. So on this scale, I'm going to say it's Portugal's 3-0 win versus Hungary, in which Ronaldo had, I think, 2 goals, and one of them was super good. I saw it on social media, and as a not big soccer guy, I'm pretty proud to be able to say that I knew that happened. And so that's my rating scale, is Ronaldo and Portugal winning 3-0 against Hungary. So
I like
there you go.
Viewing history of the Euro tournament is just what you saw somebody post on TikTok. Like that's
of course. I mean, what do you expect from me?
No, but that's a great call out. I mean, you nailed it. That's why you're going to keep getting put in the spotlight because you delivered. Ronaldo actually set the international record for career goals scored in your Continent's Cup tournament. Like that was a big fucking deal. Like
I did see that too.
Drew, stop trying to shoehorn soccer talk into here right now. Okay, we're doing beer. This isn't time for soccer talk. Right
all I know
is
big
news, though.
It is big. It's a big deal.
With Scott out, I feel like this is my chance to force this in here
to hold you back. Yeah, I get you. I
Exactly.
understand what you're doing. Tank, what do you got in your mug, man? And rate it on the Euro 2020 scale. Tank can't find the mute button. Oh no, this is the corporate world.
Got it. But then and I got my show notes. Professional show. I'm fucking this up. All right.
You're doing the show justice. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So what I'm going with tonight is I'm going with Close But Far from Jackie O's out of Athens, Ohio. 6.5% ABV. It's a hazy IPA because I'm a haze bro, and 3.96 caps on Untapped. So that's what we got on that. Dude, I don't know on the Euro scale. I'm gonna call it audible. I'm gonna put on the new Jack scale since he just died. R.I.P. Jack. On questionable, definitely felonies. That time they hit up beat that old dude to death in the ring. That's the level I'm putting this on. They're great.
I love it, Tank. That's fantastic. A couple comments we got coming in. Gabe saying he's drinking tropical beer. I think that's Bear Hug DDH from Goose Island. But Beer Hug that's probably the name of it. He probably knows the name of the beer he's drinking. But Gabe, give us a rating on that one. Let us know on the Euro 2020 scale. Our friends over Ed, pardon the punctuation, saying he's drinking the Coors Orange Cream Pop Seltzer. 9 out of 10. Dude, I gotta all right, listen.
Shit.
I know it's macro and I know it's a seltzer, but that just sounds amazing. That sounds like such a summer beer right there, a summer drink that I am all in on that one. Also, Ed wants to know, Mookie, when you became a hunter. I didn't even realize you were wearing it's just a camo hat.
No, it's not the camo hat. It's my USA camo hat, but I'm not going to take the headphones off and all that right now. He should have known if he actually follows the show that once I learned the greatness of Jay Cutler on Very Cavallari is when I became a hunter. So Don't show up with comments if you're going to say dumb shit.
Your man crush on Jay Cutler. This week, I am drinking Dune Dweller from Resolute Brewing in Centennial, Colorado. It's 8.7% ABV, and your boy has already been ripping shots of Fireball before the show because it's been a week. So it's going to be a night for me tonight here, fellas. 3.87 caps on Untapped. Here's what I would put this one in urine. I'm going to have to elaborate a little bit, but I would put this one as turkey. And I know you're going to say, wait, turkey sucks. Why would you say this? Or do you think this beer sucks? No, this beer is amazing. And the reason why I'm saying it's turkey is because this beer is going down fast, just like turkey is in the tournament. They are getting bounced. This beer is going to be gone before we get to the commercial break tonight. And I'm going to have to run upstairs and get more beer because it is fantastic. The 8.7% is so hidden and it is so smooth for a double IPA. I love it already. Don't even have to see how this one's going to hold up. It's going to be amazing. Let us know in the comments what you're drinking. Also, share out the show. Help us out. Let everybody know what this goofiness is that we got going on here on this show. Fellas, should we do...
Mike, I think you actually... The turkey thing works on multiple levels because it also kind of indicates your completely disconnection of soccer and what's going on there because Turkey is actually part of Asia when it comes to soccer qualifying.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah.
So... Perfect. Then that sounds perfect.
So you picked a team to tell your story that's not even in the tournament.
Google lied, Drew. What do you want from me? What do you want?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Okay. Well done, sir.
Son of a...
I really wanted to see how that played out.
You outed me, and I thought, oh, I hate you so much.
We all believed him. He said it so confidently.
I know. Just for that, Drew, we're not talking about soccer. It's time for baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
All right. MLB has a battle on their hands right now. If you guys haven't been following along, there is a ton of stuff happening right now where MLB is cracking down on sticky substances on the pitcher's hands. And everybody is pissed about it. Every pitcher is furious because they're saying it's going to affect spin rate. They're saying MLB has allowed this for all of this time, and all of a sudden they're cracking down on it now midway through the season because public perception has changed. There was a pitcher that came out and said he thinks this is the reason why he got hurt because he went with no sticky substances. Like, here's the crazy thing about this. Dudes are just outright admitting, like, yeah, I've been cheating because they said it's okay to cheat, and now they're saying it's not okay to cheat. And they're assholes for telling me that now it's not okay to cheat. Tank, what do you make of this sticky substance in baseball argument?
You got to figure out a way to not totally come clean on the fact you're cheating, or maybe that is the thing. Maybe you live in the no apology era now. Like, if you apologize, people are just going to crucify you. So just say fuck and be like, yeah, of course I'm using sticky shit, bro. I'm going up against batters that can take this thing like over 400 feet. I need to get some kind of leg up. Like we all saw Major League. When you get to the end of your career, you got to put a little Crisco underneath your jersey. That's the way it works. And everybody has a heater.
But
I love a good heater.
That's the crazy thing. These are dudes that do have heaters. Like, this is like Trevor Bauer, who's a Cy Young winning pitcher. And it's like, well, yeah, of course you're a Cy Young winning pitcher when you can like throw a ball with sticky tack on your hands. And they're just like blatant about it now. And they're just like, every single pitcher that's come out against it is just like, yeah, everybody uses it, and MLB knows we've all used it, and now they're telling us it's a problem. Aiden, you're shaking your head quite a bit there. How are you feeling about this this whole debacle?
I genuinely see both sides of it because I think you want the pitcher to know where the pitch is going to go when he throws it. You know, you don't want to have a pitcher throw the ball, hit a guy, all the time because they don't know what's going on. So if the sticky substance is helping you throw the ball down the plate, I'm all for it, whatever. But when it's making your curveball go from an average curveball to the best curveball in the league, that's a little bit suspicious. I think maybe they've gone too far, but I'm not opposed to a little bit of cheating. Just this is apparently too much cheating.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like, again, I see both sides.
No, you hit on it perfectly because I feel like that's where most people are. They're like, I'm okay with some cheating. Just don't cheat too much. Drew, you're the non-baseball fan. How much cheating is too much cheating in baseball?
This shit is so fucking stupid. Like, I can't even with this crap. What? Like, I don't understand. No, I don't understand what the deal is here. So first of all, I don't like why all of a sudden this become a problem if they've been doing it forever. So that's one thing. Second thing, is this like new and something that we all just learned about baseball having happened. Like, haven't we all been around now? Well, okay, maybe not Aiden, sorry, but we've all been around for decades and seen baseball do this shit time and again. So they did this shit with the Astros. Oh, well, but everyone does it. Yeah, well, but you got caught and apparently it became a thing, whatever. If you want to go back later, with the whole steroid era, that shit was all everyone's doing it. Everyone knew, but then all of a sudden it became a thing and now it's this big to do and like everyone's all pissy about it. Like, honestly, who gives a fuck? Like, talk about your game, get on the field and motherfucking play. Like, that's what fans tune in for. The NFL could have had their similar problem with the concussions and all of that they did not handle well. They didn't treat their players right. It was a huge scandal. They're still not paying up like they should, but they put the narrative on the field because they realize it's a no-win situation. But for some reason, Major League Baseball is like, hey, let's talk about all the ways we've been super inconsistent. Now we're going to enforce like arbitrary rules that really have nothing to do with our game and how shitty it is because we realize we have no good product on the field. So let's not talk about the shitty product we put out for the fans. Let's talk about how all the players are assholes and they do these little things like rub their butt crack with Crisco and whatnot. But see, that's the thing is that makes the butt crack taste real good later when they're tossing each other salads.
All right, hang on. Stop. It is time for a BAC check after that one. I'm sorry, Drew. That was over the line. We got to check the BAC. So let's do. You were what 0.06 the last time. So guys, we'll bump it up to 0.08, higher or lower 0.08 for Mookie after he just said Crisco on the butt crack makes it taste better. Aiden, higher or lower than 0.08.
So I was going to go lower, but I just saw him take another drink. So I'm definitely going to take the over on this one. It's going to be over 0.08.
Tank, higher or lower?
Oh, I mean, we just got the check 20 seconds ago. Could he went up to an 8 by now? I'm going lower.
Going lower. I'm going higher than 0.08. Mookie, take that breathalyzer. What's the
you want me to do it now? I was going to say, I texted
now.
I literally texted you results right before you cut to me on this segment. So I can do another one here.
I would have used that to
that's my bad. It's going to take a bit because it takes a while for it to process. So maybe we do the next topic while I open the app and do this.
Into it while you open it. I want to get the visual of you blowing into the breathalyzer.
Wait, so what was the collective guess here? You said 0.08. All right, because you can, because that's the thing. So here's where I question
Tank said lower than 0.08.
Okay, well, but here's where I question the intent with this app and this product, because before you can even like blow into it, while it's warming up, it asks you to guess your BAC. And I'm like, so are we just having fun here? Or like,
is this just an app on your phone? You just, oh my God, that's amazing. No, we got to get you a real breathalyzer. We're not. It looks like you're hitting a vape pen.
Yeah, except I'm exhaling. So there's like that whole thing. All right, it's calculating.
All right, that's calculating. Biscuit chiming in saying Crisco doesn't make anything taste better.
Have you never fried anything with Crisco?
And he wants to know how long you've been drinking today, Drew. So there you go. That's going to help with these
That's
estimates.
a good question.
All right,
we're back. We're in.
What is the rating? Where are you at, Drew?
I am at a 0.095.
Whoa,
according to this, my judgment is impaired and motor skills debilitated. And it says that I will be sober by 2:44 a.m. You also
fantastic.
You also do have to qualify whether or not you've been or you've stopped drinking 15 minutes prior to taking this, though. So I don't know.
You ripping a swig of beer right before taking it is probably influencing results a lot.
Well, and I did at least sign up for their data collection program, so they're getting all of this information so they can better gauge their products in the future, which I'm really happy to be a part of that. And I'm glad I can help, because at the end of the day, society benefits from this type of technology in our life.
You're making history.
Goddamn right.
Back to some baseball talk. Tank.
This is way more interesting than baseball talk. You know this.
Tank, is this more interesting?
Oh man, I can swipe to test my friends. This is cool.
I'd say would be really interesting if they just up the cheating on both sides. Like, let's bring roids back. Let's keep the fucked up like greasy shit on the table. I mean, if you want to have like the Blade Runner dude from Australia, if you want to have legs like that, you can have those used in the game now. Like, it's get fucking wild.
Wait. But let's unpack that a little bit, Tank. So, what advantage does having those legs give you exactly?
What advantage doesn't it give?
Nobody is going to stand on a bag if you come in with one of those things. Like people complain about like somebody coming in spikes first. Like, you're coming in blade first. Like, you might take a man's leg off.
Yeah, that's fair. And then he has blades though, so maybe it pays off for itself, right?
Well, it's like getting bit by a cybernetic vampire. Right? You're just passing on the curse.
Yeah, that's fair. I was going with, well, if you've got blades like that, then there's less space to like tag, right? Like when you are sliding in, like it's a smaller surface area for them to tag.
That's true too. There's a lot of advantages. Again, just up the cheating, more cheating baseball.
I don't think that's a bad take, Tank. I think that's actually the way that I would like to see it go. Like, we had the steroid era, which was helping the batters and pushing that up. And now they've shifted and they're letting the pitchers get away with all this sticky stuff. And you've more no hitters this year than seemingly any other year. Batters are either striking out or hitting home runs, and there's nothing in between. So let's just do it both ways. Like, let's see what wins out. And I think that's the way to do it, man. Everybody talks about improving baseball by shortening the game, shortening the season, home run derbies to end it. No, let's just let them all get roided up and put sticky stuff on their fingers and fire away at each other.
Let's put some trampolines in the outfield. Let's get some advantages going out there.
The Savannah Bananas keep sending me like emails and YouTube notifications of how like their season's unfolding.
Dude, did you see them? They posted recently on Instagram. They had a batter walking up to the plate, and they had a walk-up marching band behind the guy.
That's pretty badass.
So
yeah,
bad.
it's nice.
Like, the baseball would be way better, right, Tank? Like, that's what we need in baseball is a walk-up marching band.
Oh, dude, like, can you like the number of mariachi bands you could have in baseball would be off the charts. It'd be so much fun,
dude.
Like,
think of the job creation there.
Yeah, the pageantry that would become involved with this. I mean, you can get like pyrotech. Yeah, baseball. Get on this.
I love it. Aiden, you are all in on this too. I see you again vigorously shaking your head.
Man, the thought of having the band for baseball, that would be so cool. It really would. I mean, the best part of college football is you get to hear, not the best part, but a really good part of college football, you get to hear the bands from, the sidelines each time. Put that in baseball. It make anything to make it more entertaining. I love baseball, but I understand the people that say it's boring because I watch games and I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty boring game. That kind of sucks. So I understand where they're coming from. Add a band, that's entertainment right there for anybody.
That's amazing. Gabe coming in hot too. Animals in the outfield. Lions get released once the ball is hit. Good luck, outfield. That sounds amazing.
I gotta ask Aiden though. So, do you think bands in the outfield would help or hurt the Braves?
Well, I mean, the Braves are so bad this year. I don't think anything can help them, unfortunately.
Now,
maybe next year we could have this conversation, but right now I've lost a lot of hope for the Braves.
That's okay, and I appreciate that. I was kind of thinking you'd go that way, but I think there is a saving grace that I hope you would have latched onto. But then I remembered, oh, right, I'm like 95 million years old. And, drumline doesn't immediately come to mind for you because you're young and hip and whatnot. But I'm thinking you get a Nick Cannon drumline in the outfield for the Braves and you do like some kind of team camaraderie building morale things that are going to really get the fans behind them and whatnot. Not that you can do like the Indian chants and whatnot. Sherm, what do you think?
I think you need to check your BAC again. That's what I think. The way you just stammered and stumbled, I think.
Well, because like I was leading up to it, I'm like, man, is it cool and like is it cool or okay anymore for like the Seminole chant? Like I don't know where, and again, I don't want to be offensive because I respect the Seminoles as a tribe.
See, everybody could see you like with of like, oh, did I just fuck up? I'm gonna throw it to Mike. Sure. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that was a bailout.
The bus on that one, like somebody you're reaching for a life preserver somewhere along the way. Anytime you need that life preserver, Drew, just go to the breathalyzer.
Go to the breathalyzer.
You just go right to the breathalyzer.
But Drew, to make you feel better, I have
appreciate
seen
it.
Drumline with Nick Cannon. You're not 95 million years old. I'm old enough to have seen that movie, and you get that Nick Cannon band in there. I mean, it pumps you up, so maybe that could help the Braves. But
just at like strategic moments.
Tank,
I'll save you there and go with that.
Can we get Drumline at a live art show? Can we do that?
I actually was talking to a couple guys that want to do some drum stuff with us, but like cool drum stuff, not hip drum stuff. Yeah. Nice. You don't want to start a drum circle because they just multiply, and that's not good for anybody. You want
they never go anywhere until you build a tank with a drill in the front of it and play Slayer out the doors.
That's how you solve that problem.
So do you guys want to guess the BAC because I got the test results back?
Okay, so you're 0.09 last time, right?
I think so. Check the pictures I'm sending to you.
All right, so if you were
because I got to sign up for an account to save it and whatnot, and fuck that.
So if you were 0.09 last time, I think got to go. Well, let's just put them at 0.1 and go higher numbers because these numbers are clearly skewed. Matt Stan pointed out earlier. Those numbers are a little off. It only takes 40 minutes to get 12 ounces of beer one shot out of your system. So he's questioning this app already. But let's go 0.1 higher or lower, Tank.
Definitely, he's cracked through into the ones.
All right, Aiden, higher.
The fact that we're 30 minutes into this and I'm already going to say he's definitely over 0.1. Like, I mean, it's definitely the over for me here.
That's three of us say over 0.1. So let's go ahead and give it a reading.
So here's what's cracking me up too, is I feel like the description is 100% accurate. Your balance, speech, and reaction time are altered. You are probably experiencing a disruption of your usual restraint. Like, this is the best fucking fortune cookie I've ever had. The problem for you boys is I'm blowing a 072 right now. So I've actually come down.
What?
Oh,
yeah. This app is broken.
Yeah. I'll be sober by 1:20 a.m.
I do not trust this app at all.
I refuse to accept those results.
Yeah, this is.
I still think I'm right.
I'm storming the Capitol over these results. That's what's happening.
It is what it is, man. It's science, all right? You can't question science.
Real quick before I want to talk to Tank about 6 Ball and Boards and his new show. Biscuit, though, coming in. Each team in baseball has to replace 2 players with kids from the Little League Series team. That sounds amazing.
I'm cool with that.
I would love to see little 10-year-old Timmy standing in with the Jacob deGrom fastball flying in there. He's got to try to take a cut. Oh, that'd be the best. I would love to see that.
Dude, deGrom would throw 3 heaters past him before Kid even swung one. So, like, the reaction time would be so delayed.
You're talking at least like one awkward mini cough in a year if you got 10-year-olds going up.
Like
that's not good.
deGrom goes into his wind up and like little Timmy's like, wait, shit, butterfly. Or I hear it'd be like that. You like that bird and Randy Johnson.
Stopped. You realize what you're about to say is going to be terrible. You stopped and you still said it, Drew.
Well, because I'm like, if I just stop, they're gonna make me blow again, and I gotta tell you, all this blowing's get me a little lightheaded, so I'll just go for it. You're right, Tank.
This is entertaining.
Drew, just for you.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
Tank, let's I want to get into I want to give you a chance to promote your stuff here, man. So tell people about 6 Ball and Boards. Like what is this that you do? Because you've done it for a long time before COVID, and then obviously you had to take some time off when COVID hit, and it's coming back. So tell people all about 6 Ball and Boards.
Yeah, man. My buddy Justin 3000 Stewart started it in the early 2000s down in Lexington, Kentucky. What it is we have like 6 6-foot tall boards that we lean against a wall. So basically, we can just set up anywhere we want to. Down where he's at, they do it at a movie theater, and so every movie that comes out, they draw whatever the movie is. For us, I've been working with breweries up here, so I schedule an event once a month on a Tuesday. We go out to a brewery or to a cool bottle shop like White Oak Marathon. Shout out Paul, and we just like set the boards up, and then whatever the tap list is, you got to pick one of the names of the beer on the draft list, and then come up and draw it live. And anybody can come do it. It's totally open. If there's an open board, you're allowed to come up and draw with us, and all artists retain whatever they sell their piece for. So everything starts at $50. Artists are allowed to ask for more than that, and we accept cash, credit cards, pretty much anything but PayPal, pretty much anything but cryptocurrency.
So you mentioned that people are allowed to come up and draw on the board. You open it up to anybody there. How many dicks have you seen people draw on the boards while you're out there?
I don't know. So far we haven't got intentional dicks. Not to us to say we haven't had hidden dicks, because a fun part about being an artist is drawing hidden dicks.
Mm-hmm. You just described Mike's entire life.
I was going to say, I'm so bad at art that I would try to be drawing something else and it would end up looking like a dick. That's how it would go for me. And I'd look at it at the end and be like, shit, my bad, guys. Like, this isn't what I meant to do.
But if someone's going to buy it for $50 though, like, hey, could have been worse. You tried.
That's true.
Or more. It's the postmodern era. It's the postmodern era, Aiden. It's all about the hustle. If you can put a fucking story behind it, you can get way more than $50.
There you go.
That's a good point. Just have to have a story behind it.
So, but I do want to ask. So, Tank, do you when you go into this situation, do you know what's on tap, or is it literally like you guys set your shit up, you see what's on the tap that night, and you just got to go like right there on the spot?
If people want to like check it out beforehand, they can go like on and check breweries' websites to see what's on tap. But other people just show up that night and just go in blind, and then they got to pick whatever's up there. So it's cool. Like we're working with, like I said, High Grain right now this month. Next month at the end of the month. So this month High Grain's going to be on June 29th, and then on Tuesday, July 27th, we're going to be doing Street Side, which will be a lot of fun because they got a lot of great stuff over there. And right now, I'm trying to pin down a date with Mad Tree for hopefully August. So yeah, you just go in, see what they got on draft, and then go from there.
What's the favorite beer that you've drawn from a tap list since you've started doing this?
Probably something by Melvin. Every year. Yes. Yeah, dude, Melvin's awesome. I love all
their
their
shit's
stuff.
so good.
Yeah, they make really awesome stuff. My buddy Paul that I was shouting out earlier over at White Oak Marathon, like that's he loves Melvin and does their 2x4 day every year. So I always work that and go over and like draw the 2x4 guys. So it's a lot of fun and always a good time.
Now, the other thing that you've done since, obviously with art kind of being put on pause a little bit during COVID. I mean, obviously you're still doing some stuff, but then you decided throughout the pandemic to start up a podcast. And here's where I have an issue with you, Tank, because you are so fucking talented that you just start up a podcast and it's amazing. And I'm like, this motherfucker is so good at everything he does that like already a better podcaster than me. And I've been doing this for 5 years and you've got like 15 episodes out. You kill me, man.
It's a different thing. It's a different thing. Like we're doing it with two different lanes, man. There's room.
Tell people about what you into.
Yeah, man. So my podcast, What You Into, it's about hobbies and collections. So each week I have on a different guest, and we either talk about what hobby they're into or what collection they're into. Sometimes it's shit I'm into, so I have a conversation with them where I'm pretty knowledgeable about it. And we go back and forth, and sometimes I don't know what it is. Or in the case of like episode 4, the caving episode, it's shit I'd never fucking do. So that's the conversation each week, is getting into a different hobby or collection.
What's your favorite one so far? You're what, like 15 episodes deep right now? 16 episodes, something like that?
Yeah. 16 just got released last Sunday. That one was cool. I was with my friend Jazz Hubbard. She, like me, during COVID, she was like, she's one of the better, like, she's definitely like one of the top like 50 rotary players in America in my eyes, or actually the world, because it is a worldwide sport now. Jazz is amazing, and because of COVID, Derby got taken away from her. The WFTDA, the governing World Derby body, shut everybody down across the world that's in their league. She couldn't play. And then that was the conversation we had about what was it like for her to be out of the thing that she's really amazing at and really loves for a year. And did she find another hobby to fill the time? She did. And we talked about that. And we talked about what it's like to find or not be able to find something. And other shows that I've done that have been fun, like the t-shirt collection episode was a lot of fun. I had on my buddy Quad. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, we just got drunk and yelled at each other, but in a fun way.
Dude, he gets this show.
I was going to say, it sounds just like this.
I mean, yeah, you got to give your friends shit. If you're not giving your friends shit, why are they your friends?
They're exactly like they're just worthless. So I do have a kind of weird question, and I'm more so just interested because I think it'd be kind of a cool dynamic. Have you ever had, like, what do people use on the boards? Like, what kind of, like, are they markers, chalk, paint? Like, how does that whole thing work out? Because I feel like chalk on the board could look kind of dope.
Well, so what I do is I bring like big sheets of paper with us, so that, and then we just tape them directly up onto the board to hold it. And then,
they're not actually painting the boards, and
the boards act as easels. Because
that makes sense.
Because like if buying easels is an expensive pain in the ass and not worth it, and the boards are actually way more versatile for us for what we can do. I bring like basically 2 tackle boxes full of art supplies, so I show up with like big graffiti markers, paint markers,
nice
pens, ink, brush, pencils, all that stuff. Sharpie markers are great, and that everybody go from there. People are able to, if they want to bring their own gear, they can bring their own shit too. So if somebody wants to be the chalk guy, they can totally be the chalk guy.
I pictured Drew sitting there. He thought of chalk like halfway through this, like the podcast discussion. We had changed gears, and Drew was like, "Wait, I got to get this chalk question in. I really gotta shoehorn this one in." Oh, we're not talking about the art. Fuck it, I'm bringing it back.
I mean, look, man. As you know, that's kind of my shtick, right? Isn't that what I do over here? Is I slowly buy time.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
No, I recently, and it's weird, but this actually resonates with me right now because like I recently painted our driveway to like put like lines in for the basketball hoop. And so I've been spending a lot of time with chalk and paint, and he says like 6-foot boards is like, man, you could like do something pretty cool with some chalk and some paint on some 6-foot boards with beer as inspiration. But
Drew, I'm gonna need a BAC check. I'm gonna need a check.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was seeing, the thing is I missed the transition of the podcast because I was looking this shit up to see how much this is. Like these are not cheap. I'm a little surprised. So, my bad.
The fact that you ended with, yeah, that makes sense. I love that you're hyper aware of what a train wreck this is becoming.
Hey, man, I do what I do, and I do it
All
well.
right, so last reading was 0.07. Drew just went on a tirade about chalk and paint in his driveway and completely ignored Tank talking about his podcast 100%. Drew has no idea what your podcast is about Tank. So let's put the over-under at 0.09 this time around. Tank, higher or lower, 0.09?
I'm going to go... See, I think he was drinking the whole time we were having the conversation. I'm going to go 0.09 up.
Higher. Aiden, you going higher or lower?
Definitely going to go higher because I'm still thinking that the 0.1 I would still take the over on. So definitely going to keep going on the over on the 0.09.
I'm taking the over as well because I feel like the 0.07 was an anomaly. I don't think he blew hard enough, and that was an issue. So Drew, 0.09, are we higher or lower?
So first of all, I'm offended that you would accuse me of not blowing hard enough, asshole. And yes, I know what Tank's podcast is about because he was talking about the t-shirt collections and whatnots, getting to know other people and their interests. You guys are going to be severely disappointed here because I just blew an 0.78. So,
oh my gosh, this is unreal.
I don't believe it.
I mean, maybe it is, or maybe y'all just need to recognize I'm not a fucking pussy.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't handle being over 0.09. I'm just saying that's what I thought the science would say. Tyson has a question for the group. Will there ever be a point where Drew makes sense? Aiden, what do you think?
That's to be determined. Possibly sometime in the future it'll happen once, but it's yet to happen yet, so we'll see.
Tank, will Drew make sense?
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Yes. Thanks, bro. That's all I need. Twice a day. I'll take twice a day.
The answer
That's
is
literally my goal at work every day.
Hard no on that one. And that's why we love Mookie. That's why we keep him around. And that's why this is his podcast, because he does stuff like that. All right, listen, we'll Tank, we're gonna do a quick commercial. I didn't record a new one. We'll play the old one. That's fine.
Does the fact that you keep me around have anything to do with me trying to buy 1,000 feet of Ethernet cable the other night? Like, I'm out here hustling, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to make up for this shit on air with like things like that.
That's exactly why I keep you around, Drew.
1,000 foot of Ethernet cable can do a lot.
That's a lot of Ethernet cable. That's a ton of Ethernet cable. All right, we're going to do a quick commercial. When we get back, Tank is going to do the quick hitter questions. He has not done those. Tank's been on the show several times in the past. We've never put him through the grinder, so we're going to do the quick hitter.
God damn it, Joe. Get it together.
I know, Joe, terrible production quality over here, Drew. And then we're going to talk. I want to talk this college football 12-team playoff thing with Tank, because I know Tank's another big college football guy.
Excited.
Yes.
And Scott's going to be very upset that we're talking about that without him here. So we'll talk college football and maybe some basketball. Perhaps some hockey. We'll see. We'll see if we have time. But right now, quick commercials. Whether you like baseball or not, there's two things that everyone can agree makes baseball great: dingers and bat flips. So how about you step up to the plate and blast one to dead center field with our friends at Dugout Mugs. You can flip your baseball bat mug if you want, but it's probably better if you just pour your beer into it. With Dugout Mugs, it can be baseball season all year long. And if you go to dugoutmugs.com/craft, you'll get 15% off your entire order. All of your favorite teams, customizable designs, wine glasses made from bats, shot glasses with bat handles, and bottle openers made from bats and baseballs. Dugout Mugs has the perfect option for the baseball fan in your life. Hit them up, get 15% off at dugoutmugs.com/craft. That's dugoutmugs.com/craft. Dugout Mugs, swig for the fences. Look, there is not much worse than reaching into the fridge and realizing you are out of beer. Now you got to go out to the store, you got to deal with people. It's awful. Instead, let our friends at Beer Drop save you a trip and stock up your beer fridge today. Beer Drop will deliver award-winning craft beers straight to your door, starting at under $4 a serving. It's simple. Just go to craftbrewsport.com/beerdrop. Tell them the types of beers you prefer, sign up for one of their monthly plans, and Beer Drop will curate a box of fresh, award-winning craft beer that will be sent right to your door. You don't even have to put on pants. You can swap out beers, add more, or even skip a month. And if you don't like commitment, you can still go and order delicious beers to be delivered right to you. Just go to craftbrewsport.com/beerdrop. You're going to get $5 flat shipping. Doesn't matter how many beers you have in your order, $5 flat shipping. craftbrewsport.com/beerdrop. All right, everybody, we are back. Everybody except for Mookie. Mookie disappeared. He's guys, listen real quick before Mookie gets back. As soon as he sits down, Kong Bong. Like as soon as he sits down, Kong Bong, and then okay, all right, Aiden's ready to go. Tank, I don't know if you have a beer bong handy, but if you got something, let's bong. Oh shit! Here, don't forget. All right, we are back. Yeah, here we go, live now again. Commercial break just ended, and also Mookie, it's time for Kong Bong, baby. Get your Kong Bong out,
dude. Why is that so funny?
I like the fact that when Mike was telling me this before you got back, he's like, all right, it's Kong Bong time. He's like, Tank, if you just like got a bong laying around, just and I'm like, wait, should I have a?
You looked like I might have a Kong Bong laying around. I might have something to.
You should have a Kong Bong laying around. They're sturdy machines,
dude. I need a Kong Bong. Sold. Now I need a Kong Bong.
Hey, Tank, I got one. You want one?
I mean, if you're just handing out Kong Bongs.
Well, I have an extra one.
Yeah, let's get Tank one. Aiden has his. Aiden gets to do his Kong Bong for the first time on the show. He's are you ready over there, man? You ready to go? Aiden
I'm
just
ready.
Kong bong last week.
I was gonna say the
Right.
virgin's got to go first.
You got to hold that hose higher, bro. You got to get the hose above the.
Oh no, I will. It's ready. I just had a question. Like, it's not all the way like extended out. Did I already mess up? Do I need to somehow do that?
Oh no,
right.
it doesn't have to be.
You can bong on the chode. It's fine.
If you're bonging in a small space, you don't have to extend the hose all the way, man.
All right, fair enough. Here
All right,
we go.
Aiden with his virgin Kong bong here on the show. Like a champ. What a
Nice.
right there.
Look at that.
You even extended at the end there, man. I'm impressed. That's well
Oh, I'm dying.
Oh, that's a manly burp.
Excuse me.
Mookie, are you ready? How did that feel, Aiden? How does that feel to Kong bong your first one on the show?
It's not as bad as shotgunning a beer. I'm not gonna lie. So it feels pretty good. You know, I can't complain. Shotgunning hurts me a little bit too much, so no complaints.
All
I'm
right.
feeling pretty good.
This is all right. So this is you said you're going into your senior year, right? So this is going to be your senior project with us on the show. Is we're going to get
Not
you to the
another
point
senior project.
where shotgunning and beer bonging doesn't hurt, but it's enjoyable. Like that should be the kickoff to every single motherfucking home tailgate.
All right, Drew, go ahead. You got your bong ready. Drew's rocking the Georgia Red Kong bong there, Aiden. I think I screwed up. And, got him. We should have gotten you the red one. Well done, Drew.
Bearcat red.
Oh, Drew.
I was gonna say Georgia's got some white in there too, so it still works.
We don't rep no dogs. All right, let me just tell you that.
Drew, go ahead and
Hey,
take your BAC after that Kong bong. I want to.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
What happened there? I'll go ahead and do mine. Well, wait. If Drew's going to be taking his BAC, nobody's going to be able to fill the audio for the podcast.
Oh, I can fill audio.
All
Like,
right, fill the audio
don't
while
you
you're
worry.
taking your BAC.
Like, we'll
That's some
just talk
talent.
about how like you were so excited in your pants today that the Reds finally won a baseball game, and saying how many games they're back from a thing that doesn't really matter because
2.5
I
games
mean,
back, 4 games over 500. Whatever. It's what it is. The Reds are back, baby. Tank, did you Drew?
Oh, damn it. I didn't have enough breath because I burped and then it all went away.
No.
Balls.
I feel like if you got pulled over and the cop tried to give you a breathalyzer, you're like, I don't have enough breath. I burped. It's just an automatic.
I had one of them sodas at the McDonald's and I got a lot of carbonation, officer.
Tank, do you have a beer you want to chug while you're there, or do you want to pass on it? Oh, look at the glass. Go to kneel2no1.com. Get Tank's. Dude, the green looks so good.
It's cool, and it's limited edition. Only made 72 of these pieces, so get them while you can. If you drink fruit beer, like any kind of sours or anything, this green against that red is super nice. Why can I not work a fucking camera? Drew, I might need the breath. Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, this shit ain't cheap, but I'll see if we can lend you this one.
All right, fair enough.
Tank, while you're chugging that, Tank also had a FC Cincinnati.
Oh my God, Tank, that's like a serious beer, though.
Yeah, Tank is he don't
Like
mess
he just chugged a craft beer.
Oh
Fuck.
God, I love this man.
Oh boy,
way to
Tank.
go, Tank.
Yes. All right.
Hold
So
on, Drew.
do you have any of the
What are
FC?
you funneling? If you're so shocked, like what normally are you funneling, Drew?
I'm funneling my cheap beer.
He goes Bush. He goes,
Well,
that's
no.
smart.
Today I grabbed a 24 of just good old American Budweiser at the Sunoco on the way home.
Marca.
Merca. Speaking of which, my BAC.
Wait. Hang on. So we dropped again last time. You were appointed something last time. So let's go ahead and get an over-under going. I mean, it feels like it keeps falling somehow, but he did just Kong bong. So let's go 0.085, higher or lower. Aiden, higher or lower, 0.085.
Right now, I'm not sure what number I would say under at, so I'm just going to keep going over because no matter what you say, I'm just going to say over.
That's a safe bet. Tank, over
I
under.
appreciate
0.085.
that.
I don't understand science right now. Like the breathalyzer has like a Benjamin Button disease where like he's getting drunker, but the BAC is going down. I don't understand this.
I agree with that.
So you're gonna
Honestly,
go
like I
under?
still feel like I've been right every single time.
Yeah, I feel like the machine is broken. That's the problem. It's not calibrated correctly. It should be over. I'm saying over, but I have a feeling we're going to be disappointed again. Drew, what is your BAC right now?
0.137.
Let's go.
I'll be sober at 6 a.m. apparently.
My
Bitch,
goal for this show.
Joke is on you because I'll wake up with cold sweats at 3 a.m. motherfucker.
My goal for this show is to get it to where you will be sober when you have to start work. That's my goal. Is to get you drunk enough so that it's like, shit, that's when my first meeting of the day is.
Well, we're there. I might as well sign off now. Good thing I still have some of the sour left, so I
apologize, everybody. I am falling behind on the comments on YouTube. I'm terrible at moderating these, but if you guys want your own Kong Bong, craftbrewsports.com/beerbong, hit them up. Fantastic company, Ohio company. They ship out quick. They ship out safely. It gets to you. Great product. Here's my recommendation. Buy a Kong Bong and buy an extra hose. And then that way, when you wash the hose, you can let it really dry out. And
that's great.
Hose, you can just swap it in and out. And you don't have to be like Drew and you break a hose and then buy a whole new Kong Bong instead of just replacing the hose. Like that's the way to do it.
To be fair, I did realize after the fact, the next morning when I was emailing back and forth with the super helpful customer support rep, that there were none of the 1.0 hoses available on the site, but there were 2.0. And so the one that we have apparently is the 1.0 Kong Bong, and I couldn't have gotten a replacement hose. So apparently I was so hammered, I looked to get the hose. They were sold out. So I was like, well, fuck it. Let's just buy 2 of the 2.0s then.
You were so drunk, you were coherent. That's amazing.
Yep.
I was going to say, are you smarter the more you drink? Is that how it works?
I hit my Balmer peak, apparently. That's what it is. It's the Balmer peak, ladies and gentlemen. But for those of you looking for 1.0 hoses, because the site still, I don't think, has them, if you email customer support, though, they'll hook you up. Or they at least hooked me up.
They're good. They're good folks over there.
They're good folks, man. They try to do right by you.
Tyson saying Tank just showed this podcast cast what a man is. So there you go, Tank. You have outmanned everybody on this show. And Biscuit,
what kind of compliment is that?
Nothing less from a guy in a Browns shirt. So the Browns fans are uniting around your amazing chugging abilities, Tank. Well done.
Thanks for support, guys. High fives all around.
Still no Bills fans, though. You know, it's a whole different story.
Jared is saying we may need to retest this on Corner Booth. Jared from Corner Booth podcast saying we may need to retest this on Corner Booth, but I think Drew has us beat. Yes, Drew definitely. I mean, Drew's got all of us beat. Drew is on another level. It's
low key, I always win, but I just don't need to rub it in your guys' face all the time.
He's definitely putting up like Hall of Fame numbers right now. I don't know if he's going to be the GOAT of drunken podcasting. I mean, I feel like Doug Stanhope is still out there in the world, but he's definitely putting up Hall of Fame numbers.
He's doing solid work.
I feel like what it's going to be like is it's going to be like how baseballreference.com has finally updated their stats properly to include the Negro Leagues and are showcasing those athletes and their accomplishments over the last 50 years that they were around, and people are finally now learning about it. So it'll be like that, where excellence, amazing things happen that people just kind of, didn't give the importance it deserved, and later on they will appreciate the greatness.
To clarify, are you comparing yourself to the Negro Leagues?
Thank you.
No, absolutely not. No, I was trying to work in a reference where recently Major League Baseball or baseballreference.com updated their career, season, player, and game log stats to include the entirety of the Negro League's existence, and is now stacking them up against Major League Baseball players and their all-time leaders in hits, runs, whatever stuff. It wasn't a great segue, but it was a segue.
I don't know. Segueing to
our Baseball Reference. Whatever.
We already talked baseball.
Don't say it for a third time.
I'm getting caught up, dude. What do you want, man?
We already talked baseball. Let's talk football. Jesus, Drew. Oh my God.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
So this is what happens when Scott's gone, apparently.
Scott is the glue guy on this show holding
Who the fuck knew, right?
Together. Let's talk football. It might be happening, ladies and gentlemen. We might actually see the college football playoffs expand. A committee has recommended an expansion to 12 teams. As part of the expansion, they're saying the top 6 conference winners get an automatic bid. The 4 highest get a bye week. The next 2 get to host a game in the first round of the playoffs. And then the next 6 that make it would be determined based on the College Football Playoff Committee ranking. So the next highest ranked teams would make it in. So we would have a 12-team playoff. Top 4 teams get a bye. The next 4 teams host a game at their own stadium. And then we go into like bowl neutral sites for the remainder of the playoffs. It's something that college football fans have been clamoring for a long time now, but this wasn't what anybody had in mind when it came to expanding the playoffs. Tank, how do you feel about this playoff expansion plan that they've laid out?
I feel is it perfect? No, but is it progressing in the right direction? It is, because this eliminates the entire thing of, oh, there's only 4 teams. Oh, well, not every conference got a representative. But what about an independent team like a Notre Dame? Like, how do they factor in this? They got to like run the table to get in. It's, you look at the numbers, man, and there's 129 Division I football teams. You're only taking 12. So you're taking what, like somewhere like 10% of the league?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a bad number for playoffs. And in college, you're gonna get some. You're like in college, where the good teams and the bad teams are, and the elite level teams. Like, you're gonna figure that out within 12 teams. Like, just let them play.
I got to be honest. I'm shocked that they included the top 6 conference champions in this, because we've only got a Power 5, and you can argue that it's really only a Power 4 because the Pac-12 is complete garbage. But like they are actively including the best non-Power 5, like the best Group of 5 champion in this playoff. And here's the thing that I found interesting. One of the caveats to it was Notre Dame, regardless of where they finish, is not allowed to be one of the 4 teams that gets a bye. They have to be one of the teams that plays in the first round, because they're, and I shouldn't say Notre Dame, it's Notre Dame or any independent does not get to go, but it's basically Notre Dame. I mean, come on, like BYU ain't gonna be up there. Here's who put easy out on the screen. Who put easy out? Because we're gonna fight. I need to know who put easy out on the screen. Was it you, Drew?
Clearly not.
What a perfect what a perfect time for Drew's camera to freeze.
I know. See, damn it, this is what happens when I try to switch around with all the things, and then the website crashes.
Caught red-handed.
Right so red-handed too. That's bad. Well,
Drew, that is a perfect freeze. Aiden, you're saying easy out?
I didn't say that. No, so I grew up a big Notre Dame fan. I know I go to UGA, but still a big Notre Dame fan. And so I knew about that rule, like you were saying. And I would argue, like, I'm okay with that. It's basically as if you just added a conference championship game to Notre Dame's schedule. And that's what everyone was hating on Notre Dame for. It's like, you're an independent, you don't have a championship or a conference championship game, blah, blah, blah. Now they kind of do. So I love it. Expanding it to 12 teams, I think is a great idea, and it would be so much fun to watch. So I'm all for it. I hope it works out.
I'm cool with it. Jared saying anything to F over Notre Dame on there. And here's what I think people are overlooking. Yes, the initial reactions to it were like, haha, Notre Dame can't finish in the top 4. They don't get a bye week. But Notre Dame can finish number 5, 6, 7, or 8. And if they do, they get to host a playoff game. So do you realize the money that Notre Dame gets to bring in? Like, it has nothing to, I feel like this is in Notre Dame's benefit. Like, yeah, you don't get the bye week, and sure, that's a problem, but you're also, to Aiden's point, you're only playing 12 games instead of a conference championship. So Notre Dame gets to host that at their stadium. Like, looking at, somebody did the rankings on it, and Notre Dame, for every year they would have been in the playoffs, which was 2020, 2018, 2015, they would have hosted their playoff game. Like Notre Dame, if they're in the playoffs, are most likely going to host, and that is just more money for Notre Dame. Like that's actually
more,
that's on their side.
Yeah, it's more money for everyone. Why do you think they structured it that way, Sherm? Like when they were first talking about who had a hand in like designing this, there's a reason Notre Dame is always at the fucking table.
Right there.
We will always bring cash into the door. Oh yeah, sorry, I was reading Biscuit's comment.
Yeah, Biscuit says this is the weirdest, the strangest series of non sequiturs on this show. He has to keep turning it down. I don't know what's weirder. Is this episode weirder or last week when we just kept hitting the transitions for like 45, 50 seconds? Because that was a pretty strange time on the show.
That was comedy gold. That was,
I mean, right?
I was crying while y'all were doing that. It was beautiful.
So are we all in agreement then that this playoff expansion is good? Like this is
no. I did actually have a coherent comment I wanted to bring up too. Outside of Notre Dame is going to bring cash, and we're going to take cash because that's what them Catholics do. Speaking as one of those Catholics, I'm allowed to say that. I what's interesting to me is the sixth conference part, and honestly, what I'm getting at is why do we still have the conferences we do? Why don't we honestly just get rid of all the conferences we have and then tie them into the groups that make sense for those 6 bids or 8 bids or whatever it is that we want as our automatic bids? Why is it that the SEC, the Big Ten, and the MEAC gets one? Like, no, just say we're going to just take ownership of this. We're going to establish groups at the start of the season and say, okay, this is your group, this is your group, this is your group. And obviously, all the most powerful programs will control that committee or whatever. But then let the teams play that out instead of faking the Big 12 matters because the Big 12 has been around forever. Just dissolve all of that. Say we have 129 teams. We're going to put you here in this cluster, let you fight it out for the independent, and you can cross over with the upper groups. These teams are the elite. We're going to have 3 come out of this group immediately or 2, or just the winner to begin with. And then that's how we'll start drawing up the buys and the advancement into the playoff tournament. Why don't we just go all in on that? Because that's eventually where we're going to end up in 2 decades.
Okay, so lost in all of those comments that didn't make a whole lot of sense. There were a few pretty good points.
No. So first of all, before you do this, because I know everyone's questioning my coherency, Mike, I think Mike understands what I just did.
Yeah, you basically just blew up all of the division, all of the conferences completely, and rearranged everybody into conferences. Mega conference. You went mega conference with it.
No, you missed the subtlety too. What I did is I got rid of college football's current construct and just made it like European club football.
You motherfucker! You goddamn son of a bitch!
This is just do Champions League. Just do Champions League style in college, and it would be fantastic.
Take a BAC check. You need to take a BAC check. Take a BAC check because I'm.
You want a fresh one, or you want the one before the rant? Because before the rant, I came at 077, so I can do another one.
Did you drop?
That's lying.
This app is.
Dude, I've been screenshotting them all along. I peeked at the 11. Wait, did I tell you about the 11? I hid 2 of them that were above 10. So, so I spiked for a good minute after the Kong Bong, but I've apparently since come down. So I don't know.
I don't like what Drew's saying here. It's scaring me. It's too much of a change.
Too much change.
I feel like he's going to throw Paul Bunyan's axe and the keg of nails in a fucking wood chipper. He's just trying to take everything away from college football.
No, that's the thing. You can still have that. You can still have all the traditional rivalries and stuff like that, and you can structure the conferences around those things.
This is America. Jared has it right. America.
Jared, you're right, but at the same time, why are we wasting time pretending Illinois and Purdue matter when all it comes down to is Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, and Wisconsin?
I feel like
you can throw in an Iowa and Northwestern,
I feel like you could
whatever.
Take 3 of those teams that you just named and take them out because in the Big Ten it's just
Ohio State.
It's not. But that's
no. It's
is every year somebody does make a run that's in those divisions. I mean, it's the same thing with the SEC. You always know Alabama's going to be there, but then somebody gets hot and they come up and then they're playing that year.
But that's what I'm saying. So isn't it better? What if you put the Purdue, the Illinois, the Vandy, I don't know, Ole Miss, help me out, the SEC, but put some of those lower tier major conference teams together so that if one of them is able to like scrap their way through a season there and build up into the tournament, then they can really do some damage to an Ohio State that's just been fucking coasting, but also had to like actually battle it out with teams of their quality.
What are you doing with bowl games in this scenario?
Bowl games are the playoff games. Like every playoff game is a bowl game, is the way I looked at it.
But like, what about, would you still have stuff like the fucking Harrier Bowl and like the Beef O'Brady Bowl and the Michelin Bowl?
Is
like,
that, wait, hang on.
I love the Beef O'Brady Bowl.
I was going to say, is the Beef O'Brady Bowl the best name for a bowl? Because
easily.
It's got to be up there. Beef O'Brady is what a great name for a bowl game.
How many pounds of beef do you guys eat on the day of the Beef O'Brady Bowl? Because I'm pretty sure it's at least a pound for me, because whenever I hear it's happening, I'm like, oh, dude, like a hamburger would be good. Or like, shit, some beefaroni, like, let me get on that. Hey, we getting beef tacos. Let's do it.
You know
so
what?
I just have to say the word beef, and you just want every beef food ever. That's how easy it is for you.
Yeah, basically.
I'm on Drew's side here. Every December 22nd is now Beef O'Brady Day in my household, and we're just gonna fucking pound beef and watch the Beef O'Brady Bowl.
Everyone loves pounding beef almost as much as they love packing fudge.
Jesus Christ!
I'll warm it up.
Yeah, warm up the BAC for that one, Mookie. Here's what I find interesting about this playoff expansion. They specifically said the top 6 conference champions. They didn't detail out, hey, it's going to be like, the assumption there is every Power 5 team is going to be in there plus one group of 5 team. But if you look at what happened last year with how shitty the Pac-12 was and with how good those group of 5 teams played out, like Cincinnati and Coastal Carolina and Cincinnati both would have made the playoffs, and the Pac-12 would not have made the playoffs. Like that's,
and I think that would have been fair.
Yeah,
I think that would have been fair.
But that's what I'm curious about. Can we get this passed? Like right now, it's just in a committee. It's got to go through all the different processes. Can we even get this passed with the idea that the Pac-12 would be left out of the playoffs potentially in favor of Coastal Carolina and Cincinnati? Like that's where I think you're going to get pushback. Is you get the athletic directors and these conferences who are like, no, we need to get a guaranteed spot because we want this revenue. So I feel like as great as this is and as awesome as this is just the college football committee like lip servicing us. Like it's just a cock tease. Nothing is going to come of this. This is all just pretend. Nothing is actually going to, if they expand, it's not going to be anything like this. Like this is just a bullshit.
Okay, we get it. You think it's bullshit. Shut up. We're jumping in now. So first of all, I want to come in there because you hit on it like 95 times before you let someone else speak. But yes, it's all about the money. You're absolutely right. If they can make the money work where not everyone is pissed off about it, you're absolutely right. This will happen. If it happens anywhere close to the way they propose it, I'm happy about it. Because again, I think it's moving towards something again. Not Champions League football kind of thing in college football, but like honestly, just something that's more open, more competitive, that does give us at least something a little bit like March Madness where you do get those runs. I'm for it. Let's figure it out. Let's shake this up.
You're not going to get the runs. That's the thing. You might.
No. I don't need it. No. I don't.
But you're not going to get a run.
But that's the thing, Mike. I don't need a run to the national championship. I need a run through the regular season and maybe a win or two in the playoffs. Like that's still entertaining and a story that you can sell that makes all those other games important and interesting besides just Notre Dame losing to Alabama again in the regular season. You know,
moving on. Tyson had
the last thing I had to say about that is after I had a massive burp and blew into the thing, it gave me a 0.15. And apparently I'll be sober by 7:12 a.m.
Oh, so what time are you going to work? 8? You got to be at work at 8?
My first meeting is at 6:30.
All right, we did it, everybody. We did it. Hit the rap air horn. We have accomplished the goal.
I'm still doubting that that's actually true, though, because like I said, I ripped a massive burp full of Budweiser into it right before I blew.
All right, so 0.15. Is that what you said? 0.15?
0.1. That's what that last reading was. We're gonna see what's up, though.
Good. That's our new record. We need to set the high score tonight. Tank.
Are we? Wait. Are we Michael Scotting this? Like when the car drives by, and he's like,
it's
35. 35 is my number.
That's my number. Yes, that's your number right now, Drew. We need to set the high score, and from now on, we'll try to beat that high score every week. Tank, as the lone Ohio State fan on the show, I did want to get your feelings on Jim Harbaugh coming out. There's been stories that Michigan is now banning the color red from their locker room in an attempt to really take this rivalry with Ohio State seriously. Like they said, recruits have said you're not even allowed to have red Gatorade in the facility.
It's like the second best Gatorade.
How do you think this is going to play out for old khaki pants up there in Michigan?
Oh my God, dude! How pathetic is that? Like, seriously, like that's your thing. It's like you know what? We really don't have any ideas, but you can't wear red and lock. What the fuck is that?
Well, if it makes you feel better, they also put up a sign in the weight room that says, "What are you doing to beat Ohio State today?" So there you go, Tank. You should be very afraid at this point.
I'm petrified. I'm very worried. It's scary. Wow. Holy shit. That's some genius level, next level shit to really turn this around. Impressive.
What is worse, Tom Herman at Texas putting up the piss chart that details how good of a teammate you are based on the color of your piss, or Jim Harbaugh banning the color red from the Michigan locker room? Because
Jim Harbaugh he's such an idiot.
Did you forget that was a thing, Aiden? Did you forget about the piss chart?
I just hadn't thought about that in a long time. You know, are you a good teammate? You know, that's crazy. Like, you wake up in the morning, it doesn't matter what you did the next day. It's not going to be clear, you know? Like, that doesn't mean you're a bad teammate. That means that's a bad idea.
If you remember,
I will say,
the worst
though,
level of that chart was you are a bad guy, not even a bad teammate. You're
you as a person suck because your pee is a little darker than clear, you know?
Man, this got dark all of a sudden. I was ready to say that
is like, God, I'm a terrible teammate. I have a problem, coach. Like, it's a medical issue. I can't help this. I drink a lot of water. It just comes out this way. I'm not a terrible teammate. Go ahead, Drew. Sorry.
All right, I'll follow up you talking about by saying, like, I agree with Aiden, but at the same time, there is a time like yeah, in the morning I'm not going to think anything of it, but throughout the day when I take a piss, I'm like, oh, I'm hydrated, I'm not, whatever, and I'll think about it. But every once in a while, I think about stupid Tom Herman, and just have a nice little myself. Like, I'm not rating myself on his chart, but I remember when he that was a thing, and I'm just like, God, what an idiot! No wonder he got fired. I'm back down to a 0.085, and I'll be sober by 3 a.m.
This is bullshit. I'm calling.
Yeah, this is lying.
I'm telling you, I burped into it. That's what threw it off.
You really know how cult-like college football teams are when you get to a point where even in conservative ass Texas, when this guy rolled out there, well, that makes sense. You want to be checking on college boys' pee. That's totally fine. It's like,
oh yeah,
all right.
You want to make sure their pecker's okay, because they can't be kept out of the big game over little chlamydia. Why did I pick chlamydia? That's the hardest one to say.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Drew. All right, listen.
Syphilis.
Tyson is in the comments. He wants us to stop talking college football. Let's do a quick hockey talk, Tyson.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
So right now
fuck you, Colorado Avalanche.
Shots Avalanche lose. They get swept right by the Golden Knights. Can I say?
Well, they kind of got swept. They kind of got swept. They won the first two games against Vegas at home. Then they went down to Vegas and lost both of them there. And as I told my buddy, I said, "Hey, look, it's no big deal. It's not really a series until the home team loses." Then they lost. The Avalanche lost in game 5 at home. And then they got dick slapped in game 6 down in Vegas. And so they kind of got swept in the last 4 games of the series. But at least they won 2 at one point.
Are the Vegas Knight fans the most spoiled fan base in all of sports?
Yes.
Tank is vigorously shaking his head. They are the success that they've had in the short time they've existed is infuriating to me.
They're getting the new they're getting the new NHL PS5 game in the mail, and then you throw it in and you start a dynasty and you go undefeated. Like, it's that level of bullshit unbelievability of how spoiled that city is with that fucking team.
That doesn't make any sense to me because every time I do a dynasty, I go undefeated, even with the Red
Stop
Wings.
playing on easy, Drew. Stop playing on easy.
Son, I play in pro, okay?
Yeah, he's not on rookie mode anymore. Come on, give him some credit. No, but
But
even
since
go
ahead, Aiden.
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know hockey, and I know that the Vegas Knights have been a hockey team for like 4 years, already won a championship, and then like go deep in the playoffs every year. Makes no sense. In no other sport does that happen, except for MLS. Atlanta United won the championship like their first year as a team. So actually, I take it back. I'm going to backtrack.
Well,
apparently, it happens.
Well,
no, it doesn't though, because FC Cincinnati lost.
Right? They just went to the Stanley Cup, right, Drew? They didn't actually. Our hockey expert is not on the show tonight. I would ask.
He is not. But yes, they did go to the finals. They did not win. But at the same time, players can they can play 20 years and never make it to the finals. Like, it was a big deal.
These guys do it in like their first or second season. And as a fan of FC Cincinnati, I am furious because we can't win a goddamn game because we're still like the expansion team, and they're like, we just suck. That's just what's gonna happen. And the Vegas Golden Knights are able to fuck it. But first of all, I gotta say, the Golden Knights and those gold helmets.
Oh my God, they're so fire.
Cool.
That's a good uniform.
Have you seen Marc-Andre Fleury? Oh shit, son, get it. I just remembered the game's on tonight, by the way. So
we lost Drew. Drew is gone for the rest of the show.
No, I didn't put any money on it, so I'm like that vested into it. But I tell you what, I'm riding a hot streak these days. NBA basketball has been good to me. Shout out, what's his name? Kawhi Leonard's knee. So I think what I think is great though is honestly the Knights. They've got a different way to play hockey. They've got a different approach to it, and they're super entertaining. The first year I fucking hated them. They showed up on the scene and they're in the Stanley Cup Finals. They could lift the trophy. That, like, granted, the players understand the grind, and I honestly would love to see a lot of those guys do it because they're a career second and third liners that stepped up into the spotlight. But like, for that fan base, you do not understand the grind it is to get a Stanley Cup trophy. I'm sorry, a Stanley Cup. But what's really funny about this is they finally let the Canadians out of Canada. And I don't mean just like the Canadians as a civilization. I mean like the Montreal Canadiens were the first and only team in hockey to escape that great expanse up north. And they were allowed into this great country of America and they're playing hockey. And the best part about this is, can you imagine if the Knights just blow their doors off and send them packing back up there and go, way to survive COVID and whatnot, just to get your ass handed to you by a real hockey squad?
What's going to happen, right? Like Montreal.
I mean, it's definitely going to happen. Carey Price is doing his damnedest, but when you have to save 4 shots for every one the other goalie does, like, you're fucked in the end of the day.
Drew, you mentioned basketball, so let's stick with that for a second.
Boom shakalaka!
Are we on pace?
No, I don't want to talk about basketball right now because I'm really sore about my futures bets.
Are we on pace for the worst finals in NBA history? Like, all of the, I guess, okay, so looking at who's left, you got the Suns who have punched their ticket. And by the way, that Instagram model that gave blowies to everybody on the Suns lineup is like claiming, she's claiming that she's the reason why they're there, because since she gave blowies to everybody on the Suns team, they have just been balling out. Like, this team is a different team since they got blowies.
We need to stop that highlight because unless she has some of that sperm saved, no one gives a fuck, girl. Like, on to the next.
I think she's got video proof. I'm pretty sure.
So what? She ain't got no DNA to link her to him. She should have done right and got that 18-year sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead after that comment. Follow that one up, bro.
Wait, how many dudes are on an NBA team? Is it 12?
15.
Yeah, I think she claimed she gave blowies to 7. I'm pretty sure it was 7 that she went right in a row is what
there was some chick that went through the Wu-Tang Clan back in the day. So until then, she's not putting up that kind of clout.
Nice.
Like, yeah. she's not getting into the finals, bro.
Well, all right. So the Suns.
I feel like it's important to claw this back a little bit and point out that I've been putting a decent amount of money in the WNBA games too, and it's been a lot of fun, and they've paid well. So that's another outlet because
very, very entertaining lately.
Nobody wants to watch baseball, and it's going to be really soon when that's the case. My face looks moist.
Tyson says your face looks moist, and then
it's dry as fuck.
Says that's the goal, to be honest. Lock some woman in for 18 to life and get a fat settlement from Trojan.
No, you don't lock. Look, no, you don't lock her in because that's just aggressive and not okay. Like, no. Anyways, what we really should have been talking about is how great
Drew. No, wait a second. Let me
finish. You really want to keep talking blowies about the Suns instead of talking the actual basketball?
I'm trying to move on from the blowy conversations. The Suns have locked their place into the Western Conference Finals, but Chris Paul is now in COVID protocol, and rumors are now that
this shit.
Rumors are now that he isn't vaccinated, so he could be out for the remainder of the season. Like, he might miss the Western Conference Finals completely now. You got the Clippers and Jazz who are playing tonight. I don't know what the score is there in that one, but that series is tied at 2. I guess in that one with Kawhi out and, doubtful for the remainder of this series, I guess you want the Clippers. Like, I guess you need the Clippers to win that one so that you got Clippers versus Suns in the West. And then on the East, you got Hawks and Sixers who play tonight. That series is tied at 2. KD goes off.
Sixers are up by 20 right now, though.
So Sixers are going to take the lead in that series. Brooklyn took a 3-2 lead after KD went off last night. I feel like Brooklyn is the team you need to come out of the East to make this NBA Finals worth watching because they've got the star power, right? They got Harden, they got Kyrie, they got KD. Like, that's the team you need out of the East.
But both Kyrie and Harden are both hurt right now, so it could just be the KD show, which is fine because KD is incredible.
Yeah. Well, okay. So do you want KD or should we pull for Giannis? Because that's the other name.
I do love Giannis too.
So, wait. Tank, do you give a shit about any of this? Like, let me ask you that. Do you care about any of this at this point?
Dude, I don't give a shit about basketball, man. Like, I don't care.
Would you care if there was a different team like in the running? If there were if the Lakers were still in it, would you be more invested or like?
Nah, I gotta see. Like, I like sports. People get hit. I mean, people get hit in basketball, but I need more hitting.
Not hitting enough, so fuck basketball. Drew, you were going to come in with the take there. You were revving up.
I got all kinds of things to say, but you want to make it about this other kind of like ESPN bullshit and just basically reiterate what you heard Stephen A say earlier this morning. That's fine. Like, the key is the Suns were
about. What are you talking about?
You're all, apparently, CP3 wasn't vaccinated. Now he's out. No, do you know what actually happened with that situation?
He tested positive for COVID. That's what happened.
That is not the information I had.
He was exposed to COVID. They weren't sure. The reports earlier today where they weren't sure if it was like secondhand thing or if it was a firsthand thing, and then depending on his vaccination status would determine how long he was out. And now,
no. Did he actually test positive?
Yes.
Did he actually?
The latest article I saw said he had tested positive for it. So
wait, what time was that article published?
I don't know. I'll Google it right now, motherfucker. I'm gonna
Google it right now because I need to know how I can pretend that it was just very recently.
12 hours
ago. That's like 3 p.m. I was busy at 3, so I'm off the hook for this one.
You're about 6 hours off, but that's fine.
Hey.
I like how you wait. Why did you?
Aiden, I was told there would be no math involved.
Hang on, I'm pissed.
I said it was fine.
You intimated that I'm just regurgitating Stephen A. Smith talking points on this show, and that legit pisses me off, Drew.
Good.
Like, I'm legit mad about that.
That's like walking up to a man in the bar and just like intentionally spilling a beer on his shoes. Just like some real fucking fighting words.
I understand where you're going, Tank, but at the same time, I would never waste beer like that unless it was Miller Lite.
I'm very, very pissed at you that you would think that I'm just listening. First of all, that you think I'm listening to Stephen A. Smith. That's the first affront to my character.
Oh yeah, I know you got no time for that because it's not during the day.
You son of a bitch. I'm so pissed at you right now. All right, listen, we're running out of time. There's what else can we? Okay, there's one more
time. I want to talk about how I'm about to be out a bunch of fucking money because the Suns were on their way to a title, but now Chris Paul's dumbass got tested positive. I heard they were putting him out. They were just suspending him or whatever, putting him on the COVID-19 list because he went in the crowd and hugged his family. Like he didn't actually test positive. He was just in close contact with people who did because he went into the crowd to kiss his family after they swept what the fuckers were. And now you say he's actually positive. I'm like, well, fuck, dude. It was like $400 fucking dollars. That's cool. That's great. That's really great, Chris Paul, you motherfucker.
Here's what's crazy. So apparently he had the Pfizer vaccine in February, and then the team confirmed that Paul was placed in health and safety protocols. It said it'll provide an update on Saturday.
Wait. He got the Pfizer vax?
He got the Pfizer vaccine. Yes.
Oh, we're good. We're good then. We're good. If you got the Pfizer vax, it's going to be a quick turnaround. He'll test clean by the time the series starts. Maybe miss a game. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're good. Hey, boy, CP3, let's do this. See, you know what this is? This is smart. He's gaming the system here. He's like, hey, I'll go ahead. I'll lull them into sleep here. I'll let them kind of think they got us just because I wasn't there. And then I'll pop right back fucking in and be like, fuck you bitches. Defend this pick and roll. What you know about that?
Okay, moving on. Anyways, guys, there was a fight in the Corn Ferry Tour tournament this week.
Did I tell you I blew a .10?
I'm not even gonna go into this story. There was a fight on a golf course in a qualifying event for the Corn Ferry Tour. That's the story. What do you want from me at this point? Let's do real quick. We'll
be
do
better. I don't know.
Reactions. We'll do reactions to headlines here. Okay, how about that to wrap up the show?
We never did quick hitters. Wait.
Oh my God, we never did.
Tank was about to get away with it again. Listen to him sitting. I see him sitting over there, silent as fuck too, man.
Yeah, Tank's nervous about this. All right, Tank.
We're gonna put you on the hot seat. I think I got this. Hold on. Give me.
This is wrong button, Drew. You're hitting.
Why can't I do a big Tank and then us in the side? Oh nope, I got it. I got it.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, Tank. Here we go.
I gotta get beer for this.
You
need a beer. You need to get like 2 beers for this.
We asked this to a lot.
I've already had 4, so.
All right.
Oh, attaboy. All right, you're good. You're not pulling the Scott on us. I appreciate it.
Here we go, Tank. You know the deal. These are a lot of debates that have happened in the Craft Brewed Sports Facebook group. We need your gut reaction to this. Just real quick, whatever is on your mind. Plain cake donuts, yay or nay?
Compared to frosting ones or just in general? Like
in general,
just in general.
Would you rather have one or no donut at all?
Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat them, but I'll eat any donut, so yay.
See, there you go. Attaboy.
That's okay. Fair enough. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Okay, who are you?
He was about to say LeBron, but then he heard the Jordan. Yeah,
because I'm nervous. Like, I'm just going at me. Yeah,
it's fair. No, you didn't hear Jordan was the other side of it, and then when you did, you're like, oh, of course, correct.
Yeah,
you're good. You're good.
Jordan every time.
Bat flips in baseball, yay or nay?
Fuck yes. Flip the bat. If you want to throw it at the pitcher, I'm down with it.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Tyson saying if this show is showing us anything, it's that we need Scott 100%. Kevin saying I miss Scott.
Wait, yes, who?
Some guy. He was once a part of the show.
Shout out Scott.
Tank, when you button your shirt, do you button from the top down or from the bottom up?
Top down, fat man.
Is that the differentiator here? Is that what we're thinking? That the top down is just like the dude that's got to go, it's a little bit bigger? Is that the problem?
Yeah, I feel like if I start at the top, the button's already in. So by the time that I get down to the gut, I already got a base. And so then I can get the last few to snap.
Oh, I see. You're taking like the corset approach.
Yeah. You want to have a few in before you get to the problem area.
That's fair. So going along those lines, do you zip your pants and then button, or do you button and then zip?
Button, then zip.
Yes.
That's the correct answer there. Scott would be furious about that, but that is the correct answer. Are IPAs just pumpkin spice lattes for white dudes?
Absolutely, and I love them.
I gotta be honest, I don't even remember where that question came from anymore. I just feel like it's been around for so long, and the answer is always going to be yes now, because there's so many good IPAs. Plus, Mike and Scott finally understood that IPAs can be good.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah,
everyone's going to keep saying yes.
I mean, especially now with like hazies and milkshakes, it's like you can find something that you're gonna like.
Oh, the milkshake.
You can definitely get into them now. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
it takes
fuck
place on
you.
Christmas.
That's motherfucking bullshit. Just because it takes place on Christmas doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
68.8% of the votes on Twitter agreed with you, Tank. So
yeah, well, 68.8% of this country is dumb.
Thank you. Return of the Living Dead is also a 4th of July movie because Return of the Living Dead takes place on July 3rd, leading into the July 4th weekend. So absolutely, time of year does matter.
No, you know what, Tank? I want to go back to acquaintance status with you right now. I'm gonna be honest. Let's just go back to acquaintances because we're clearly not friends.
Tank, chicken wings, drums or flats?
Drums.
Wow.
Flats are too much work. There's the whole thing. We got to extract everything. I just want to dip the shit and then and just corn on the cob.
All right. Pineapple or Hawaiian pizza, yay or nay?
Wait, isn't pineapple and Hawaiian pizza the same thing?
Yeah, like pineapple on a pizza or like Hawaiian style pizza where it's like pineapple and ham. Like just like
ham.
Pineapple on pizza. You cool with it?
No, I'm not cool with pineapple on pizza, but I also don't eat pork, so I guess I would go.
Wait, you don't eat bacon?
Yeah, no pork.
Wow, that's a bomb that just got unleashed.
You have a lot of discipline, and I respect that.
Pigs are just too smart. It's like eating dog to me, so I just can't do it.
Tyson wants to know, Drew, is Independence Day an Independence Day movie?
No, it's not. Well, wait, hold on. Actually, did they? Because I feel like in the movie, in the script, they did script it to happen on July 4th, right?
Yes, this is.
Oh, then it is because what we did is we got our independence again on the same day we originally got our independence from the British. So,
that's the whole speech Bill Paxton makes at the end. Yeah.
Tank, Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, Coke, I guess.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Topanga or Kelly Kapowski?
Oh, Kelly.
That's the correct answer there. Although I'm very close. I do love me some Topanga.
I will say there's not a wrong answer in that batch either.
Yeah.
I'm 40, bro. Too young.
Yeah, that's fair. And then finally, the ultimate question is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's a sandwich because you can turn the hot dog sideways.
Yes.
No.
Tank coming through in the clutch with these quick hitters. Drew is very disappointed in this. Why are you so upset, Drew?
Drew, I'm sorry. I still love you. We're still.
I love you too. We're gonna work through this. You know, true friends will work through this. I understand, and I can't say I hate any of the answers. They just weren't my favorite.
Jared saying Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
That's true. Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
What?
We've talked about this.
I can say that now because I'm caught up on the MCU, except for the last 2 episodes of Loki. What?
Wait, there's 2 episodes of Loki.
Yeah,
there's only 1.
No, today, right? Today was the second one that released. Pretty sure
this
it was
breaking news for me. I got something to do after this.
Fire up that Disney Plus, baby.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking. Oh wait, no, real quick. Reactions to headlines. We'll do this real fast, and then we'll outro our beers here. So quick reactions. No thinking about it. Just what's your initial thoughts? There was an American runner who was trying to the Olympic team. She was banned because she tested positive for a foreign substance, banned for 4 years. She blamed her positive test on a burrito. Drew, quick reaction.
God, I want to eat that burrito.
Aiden, quick reaction.
It's a boar burrito, so I'll pass on that, but I'm sure she's probably guilty.
Tank, quick reaction.
Burritos are never wrong, and they're always right.
Yes. All right, Tank, we're repairing it.
All right. The Tokyo Olympics are giving competitors 150,000 condoms, but they don't want them to use them in Athletes Village. Drew, quick react.
I'm really confused.
Aiden, quick react.
They don't want to use them in the Athletes Village because they want to make the best athletes of all time. Go ahead, go crazy, athletes. You're in the Olympics. Do what you got to do.
Oh, I see what you're
Quick
saying.
react.
I hard agree with Aiden. There's going to be some freaks that are coming at us in the Olympics in 20 years.
See, I thought you all were trying to say like they don't want them to bang because that means they will not be socially distant or whatever. Y'all are taking the other angle of they want them to bang a lot and make babies. I am for that.
Or I feel like it's just Japan that's like, come on, let's get some of these let's get this Olympic bloodline in our population. Like, just come bang our chicks. Don't bang the Olympians, just bang our chicks. Let's talk about these beers we were drinking tonight. Drew, we were rating our beers on the Euro 2020 scale. What were you drinking? What's it come in at on the Euro 2020 scale?
I was drinking that Blackberry Lemon Bar Sour from Loveland Aleworks in, I believe, Loveland, Colorado. Absolutely fantastic. I rated it super high earlier with England's beating win victory. I don't know. England beat Croatia, and I called that
Take
out.
a BAC test. Take a BAC test.
Well, can I finish my rating first while I warm it up?
Fine.
No, I'm gonna mark it down as the U.S. men's senior team win over Mexico in the League of Nations or Nations League, or we're gonna make something up so America can finally win a fucking tournament championship where they actually showed some heart, they showed some grit, they showed some promise. They're still way worse than the women, and they'll never be nearly as high quality, but they're trying at least. So I'll give them credit for that.
All right, there you go. Get that BAC going. Aiden, what were you drinking and rated on the Euro 2020 scale?
So I was drinking Summer Bliss by New Belgium Brewing Company in Atlanta. And unlike Drew, I'm actually going to use European 2020. I'm still going to stick with what I said, but slightly reword it with Ronaldo scoring 2 goals to set the all-time record for international goals in tournament. Whatever we had said earlier, don't know word for word. But this beer is so good, super good, love it. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm going to take the over on whatever number we take for Drew. Don't know what we're going to set, but I'll say over.
Tank, you got a beer tower in front of you there.
Yeah.
What were you? That's amazing, man. That is amazing.
I started out with close. What was this? Yeah, close but far from Jackie O's, but then I started adding other beers into it. I don't know, man. Like after we did the beer chugs at halftime, it was like it's go time. So let's drink.
Halftime. I love it. Halftime. Oh, I like that can on your left. The close but far.
Yeah, close but far.
That's a dope ass can.
Yeah, those are good looking cans you got there.
Yeah, go support Jackie O's. Go buy the.
I mean,
like anything they do is awesome, especially their bourbon barrels. If you're into bourbon barrel beer, dude, get Jackie O's bourbon barrels.
There's some
not just anyone is going to get to marry JFK. That's all I'm saying.
I was drinking. What was I drinking tonight? I was drinking Dune Dweller from Resolute Brewing. It's a good beer. I rated it a turkey because it was going down quick. Whoo, boy, this one did not disappoint. It was a heavy hitter. I'm going to stick with that rating. And you might think it's because bad because turkey, even though Drew tried to tell me turkey is from the Asian League instead of the Euros. I'm sticking with that. Turkey is my rating because this went down smooth. It went down fast, and it is amazing. So there you go. Those are our ratings for this week. Guys, what a show this was. This was, Drew, all right, so you took a final BAC blow.
It's still calculating.
Okay, so let's get a final. Let's go. What was the last one that you screenshot? You were at 0.115. Aiden just left. Aiden left the stream. He's sick of this shit.
Bye-bye.
0.1. Let's go 0.12. How about that? Let's go 0.12. Maybe is that a good starting point? All right, Tank, higher or lower? 0.12.
I'm gonna go higher. I feel like we can break through 1.2. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Aiden, higher or lower? 0.12. Now that you're back.
I said earlier, no matter what the number is, I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over.
I'm
So
going
we'll
higher.
see.
I'm going
Like it
higher
is.
as well. Drew, what is the answer on your final BAC rating of the night?
Damn it. Hold on. I got to do math. So I kept doing readings that entire outro because, like, I got to get a good solid base. Like, I got to get all of these in here. So what I got to do is that plus that equals that. All right, hold on. I got
Are
it.
you doing an average? No.
10
Where
plus
was the last
13 plus
reading?
11 divided by 3. All right, cool. So after so I started taking these readings after I did my final can it or chug it. We did that thing back in the day.
What's the rating, Drew? Where are you at?
We just need a number, man.
113.
So we all just came in. But wait, was that the last one or was that the average of the last 3 you did?
Ironically, the last one was 113.
Okay, all right. There you go.
10 plus 13 plus 11 equals 113. Hey, how about that? Math is a fun place to explore, kids. Try it out. Add some things up, subtract them, and if you feel crazy, divide once in a while.
No.
Listen, this was a fun show. I want to give Tank a shout out. Hang on, let me pause this out for music real quick. Tank, I want to give you a shout out. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, man.
Dude, thank you so much for having me on, guys. It's always a good time coming on Craft Brewed Sports, man. It's always
plug your socials, man. Where can people find you?
Wait, you did this
find
before?
me on Instagram at Neil to No One, and you can also find me online at neiltoknoone.com, and also go follow Six Bomb Boards on IG. Everything's just the way it's spelled, the way it sounds. There's no like numbers or anything like that. So yeah, go there. Thanks.
And also go subscribe, rate, and review What You Into.
What you into, man? Yeah. Anywhere you get
Wait.
your podcast, look for What You Into.
Tank, when's the next Six Bomb Boards gallery or event or whatever?
Next one we're coming up on is June 29th, Tuesday, June 29th at High Grand at 6 p.m. And then we're following that up in July 27th, 6 p.m. starting. It's going to be at Street Side. So both in Cincinnati, if you want to come out, come draw with us, come hang out, and let's have fun.
Tank, you're the man. Thank you so much.
You guys are the man. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's fucking awesome.
It was such a good time, man. You killed it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Be sure to follow the show at Craft Beer Sports, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to YouTube. Hit that bell so that you know when we go live. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcast. Shout out to Belly Up Sports. Tons of great content on Belly Up Sports. Awesome podcast. Go check them out, bellyupsports.com. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week. Cheers, everybody.
We out.